Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is I. It is him. Here's the Trill Pill. Look, man. Shout out to everybody that's gonna listen to this right here, man. Shout out to the Trill Tribe. Again, shout out to the Trill Tribe. That is the name of the people who love the Trill Pill, who listen to my content every single day or whenever they listen to it. I appreciate it. This is the Trill Tribe. So make sure you join the Trill Tribe. Get at me on that tip. But today, you know what I'm saying? Today, over the past few days, our man, Kyrie Irving, he has proved he pretty much dropped his nuts on the NBA and basically told him, it's my body, my choice. You know what I'm saying? It's my body. It's my choice. I'm caked up. I'm papered up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing this for the people to know that, whatever with the jab. You know what I'm saying? To each his own with that. Whether you take it or not, to each his own. That's your choice. I'm not going to tell you to or not to take it. But the fact that this man has took this stand, you already know, has caused some traction in the sports news world. And a few people have reacted to it. Shout out to Stephon Marbury, Starberry, you know what I'm saying? The legend. He reacted to it, and Stephen A. Smith attacked his character. He also attacked his past mental health issues, you know what I'm saying, which have nothing to do um, with the topic. It has nothing to do with Kyrie Irving choosing to, you know what I'm saying, but that's what Stephen A. Smith is known for, because he articulates his words and he has, saying, he got the power of Disney behind him. Well, I mean, Disney, is ESPN, all in, they owned by Disney. So he has the power of Disney. He's top shelf at Disney. You know what I'm saying? He has that power where he's going to say, like we just seen him exhibit that power with getting Max Kellerman the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? He literally got him the fuck out of here because he's the type of man. You know what I'm saying? That's how much pull that he has, But he went and he attacked Stephon Marbury. You know what I'm saying? For what reasons? I don't know. He felt like, you know what I'm saying, he felt like Stephon was coming at him or, you know, you know, whatever the case may be. You just know when you're talking about Stephen A. Smith, it's going to be some heat, you know what I'm saying, behind that. You know what's going to be said behind that. He has been accused of literally destroying men, and to a certain extent, he has destroyed black men's character over and over and over again. And I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, I wanted to be a journalist, and it was guys like Stuart Scott, Stephen A. Smith, who, you know what I'm saying, a Skip or Sam Masakela, those kind of, dudes like in the sports world who I was influenced by when I wanted to do that. And to a certain extent, I still do. And to a certain extent, I still do, just in my own way now. I pull from their, I watch how they talk. I watch what they do, the charisma on the screen and whatnot. But when it comes to the sports, right, Stephen A. Smith, he gets the last word a lot of times, sometimes. And because he has a much broader audience, when he says things, it makes waves. You hear Kwame Brown, he's, they had the run-ins. Even, it's numerous people, you know what I'm saying? Even if you go back far enough, Stephen A. Smith has also had run-ins with Corey Holcomb, which is a comedian, top-notch, top-tier comedian in this game. It has been for a long time. So I'm reacting to that, we're also going to watch a couple other reactions. But first, we're going to see what Stephen A. had to say on First Take on that day. So let me, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you. Make sure you hit that like button. All right. Make sure you leave me a comment. A lot of people say just, like, share, subscribe. Yeah, like, share, subscribe. But also leave a comment. Leave me some feedback. This is the conversation that we have to have. And I may go live with this a little bit later on a different day. You know what I'm saying? But meanwhile, let's take a look at this. Also, if you haven't noticed right now, I did a little bit of rebranding. You know what I'm saying? I got the brand new, Trill Pill logo. If y'all been looking for my people hit me up talking about, man, you gotta get some merch. That shit dope. I understand. I had to get something that's a little bit less. I reached out, got some advice. You know what I'm saying, from a content creator that I fuck with. I reached out, got some advice from him. You know what I'm saying? He told me everything, you know what I'm saying, is good. Keep pushing what you're pushing with the mental health and these interesting topics. And, it made me feel great that a person of his caliber really took time to watch my content. You know what I'm saying? And that was dope. And I know he watched it because he just mentioned key things, whether it was in my lives or in my pre-records or earlier, even my podcast. He listened to it. He was like, look, man, that's dope, but you got to make yourself more marketable. You need to make your logo more marketable. He's like, the logo is dope. The logo of the tongue and the pills is dope. But think about having to put that on shirts and things of that nature. And I was like, look, man, they got clothing lines that talk about Percocet and all type of shit. He was like, whatever. We're talking about you. And I was like, all right. You know what I'm saying? So I went back, found something, created something that I did, you know what I'm saying? And I love it. I fuck with it. I sent it to him. He said it's perfect. Now you can put this on anywhere. People, you have a bunch of people that be offended. You know what I'm saying? So this is the rebrand, but nonetheless, let's get right to it, y'all. I'm going to shut the fuck up, and I'm going to let the OG speak. Trill Pill. Like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. And if you want to, the Cash App right there above. All right? If you want to. No pressure. Give me a couple dollars or something. You know what I'm saying? Look, a couple dollars ain't gonna hurt. There's a couple of dollars. I can run to the store, get at least a sack of Jolly Ranchers or something. But all right, man. Enough of me talking. This, come on now. Trill Pill, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get straight to it. You know what I'm saying?
Kyrie Irving and his vaccination status have been a big topic of discussion in sports and on this show. Stephen A., you have been very strong in your condemnation of him. And yesterday, former NBA All-Star Stephon Marbury posted a video of himself going at you for that notion. Here it is.
It's sad to hear Stephen A. Smith talk about Kyrie Irving the way how he's talking about him, calling him selfish. This man has done so much stuff for human beings and giving back and trying to help so many different people, all different cultures, not just black people. This is what happens when you have people like this guy who's animated, not realistic about what it is that he speaks and talks about. He played a little bit of basketball, but come on, serious? You letting this guy talk to you about sports? This guy never got hit in a football game. He never swung a bat, and this is the person who they have speaking and talking about what's going on in sports. Man, y'all need to defund his voice.
He is our little warrior. Everything that he went through, I just can't think.
All right, Stephen A., I will give you the floor to respond to that.
Thank you. Give me the camera, please. First of all, I'm not going to go off about Stephon Marbury. We are here. We give our opinions every day. Stephon Marbury is a brother out of Brooklyn, New York, who could ball. I covered him in Lincoln High School. I knew him. I knew his brothers to a lesser degree, his wonderful parents as well. I'm not going to insult Stephon Marbury. I will say Stephon Marbury has had a problem with me since 2009 because we thought he was a bit bizarre when he was eating Vaseline, literally on video, like it was a bunch of cheeseburgers or something, like gobble.
All right, see, this is what I'm saying, right? Look, we all know Stephon Marbury is a legend here, and he's probably even bigger legend. Not even probably. He is a bigger legend. You know what I'm saying? Overseas. He's got his own statue overseas, over I think in China. So there's no doubt that he's a legend. And see, this right here is why a lot of our people have a problem with this man, Stephen A. Smith. It's not his accolades. He's very well spoken. He's very intelligent brother. You know what I'm saying? One of the greatest of all time. And we give him that respect for that. But it's like this, bro. We're talking about Kyrie Irving and his decision not to. You know what I'm saying? And I know that Stephon said what he said, but he didn't say anything that was out of bounds. Something that was natural to these, the people who are athletes. They get into positions where they have to judge people's character, and it's like if you don't know them, how can you judge their character? Like it's a very fine line between having an opinion and having a strong one. Nothing wrong with that, but it's like you don't have to go and attack another brother like this, talking about he Vaseline. Look, we all seen him. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reasons, he did that. All right, but why go to attack this man's mental health? Why not directly go into his statements? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you see this crazy look on his face, and you see the hairline. You know what I'm saying? You see the hairline. Look like they try to move it up a little bit, but it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? But look at this coward right here, man. Just look at him. Just for a minute. Look at him. Come on. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go that far. It's because this man went directly at you. Look, you ain't did. You know what I'm saying? How can you have anyway.
Vaseline, crying. He later admitted he was depressed and what have you. And then obviously because of that, the level of awareness with, issues of mental health came in the fold. And so that's nothing to joke about or to be disrespectful about. As it pertains to him and his support of Kyrie Irving, I can understand it. Stephon Marbury was on 5 different NBA teams. Stephon Marbury was somebody that was considered an incredible, tremendous talent who had leadership issues when he was in the NBA. And so it seems more than apropos that he would come to the support of a Kyrie Irving. Here's my point about Kyrie Irving that I would ask Stephon Marbury and them to remember. And by the way, you don't have to bring up the fact that I balled because I couldn't shine Stephon Marbury's shoes as a basketball player. When they were talking about Felipe Lopez and all of that stuff, Stephon Marbury was the big-time player out of New York City. He was sensational. And Kyrie Irving is sensational. I don't even belong in the mention in the same breath as them. I'm a journalist, a reporter, a commentator. That's where my stuff lies, not as a ball player. I don't even deserve to be mentioned in the same breath as y'all. But I'm a grown-ass man, and I'm a black man. And I've watched people like yourself in these positions where you can be leaders and you elect to take a pass. And that is what I am accusing Kyrie Irving of doing. And let's go down the list. You threatened Cleveland that you would not be willing to play if they didn't move you. You go to Boston, and what do? They go to the finals they go to the Eastern Conference Finals without you because you get hurt. You come back the next year and things are a bit discombobulated. You apologize to LeBron James, saying that you didn't realize what he was talking about at the time because there was a leadership issue. Okay, you ultimately end up departing out of Boston. After promising Boston fans I would stay there, okay, if you'll have me, and then you get up and leave. You end up going to Brooklyn. You're there the first year because KD ain't with you because he tears his Achilles. You only play 20 games. Then the next year you come and you get hurt right before the season is halted because of a pandemic. During the summertime, before play was to be resumed, you're encouraging players to put themselves in a position where billions of dollars would cost them billions of dollars if they were to sit up there and not play in the bubble, because the players, the NBA owners would have ripped up the CBA agreement because they were losing so much money. It would have rendered all contracts null and void, and then you would have had to start all over. You go public with that proclamation without talking to CP3 and the leadership for the NBA Players Association. You go out on your own. Then after that, you're gone for 10 months. I'm talking about Kyrie Irving, obviously. You're gone for 10 months. And in that 10-month span, once you come back, you play 7 games over a 2-week period and then say, I need a break for personal reasons. And then now here we are with the vaccine. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm vaccinated, but I was nervous about it too. Okay? I understand Kyrie's reservations. But when you go to an ICU unit and you see a bunch of black people in there, you understand that has been infected by the virus. When you think about pre-existing conditions that have plagued our community and what have you, and you see black people dying, you take the position that I think I took. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. But my point is, you left Brooklyn hanging. So KD is there because of you, and James Harden is there to a degree because of you. But you're not there with them. And I'm saying, once again, this points to leadership. And last time I checked, that makes me disqualified because I've taken that position. It makes me disqualified to talk about this. Stephon Marbury, I was a sports writer when you were in high school. You didn't say anything about me then. If Stephon Marbury has such a problem with my voice, why did you use my voice prominently on your own documentary, The Kid Out of Coney Island, that was aired on Netflix? Go look at Stephon Marbury's documentary and who's all over it. Why did you have these people come interviewing me about you and about how great you were if suddenly my voice was a problem? You see the inconsistency? You messing with the wrong brother, my brother. I'm going to say what it is, and I mean what I say. I ain't selling out. I'm looking out. The fact of the matter is, Kyrie Irving has put himself in a position where we get to question his leadership based on the multitude of decisions that he has made. Yeah. It doesn't make him a bad person, because he's not. It doesn't get us to ignore his philanthropy, because we shouldn't. He's a beautiful person whose heart's in the right place, who's done a lot of great things for a lot of great people. But on this particular issue, I believe he's wrong. If you disagree with me, I respect that. Whether you in China or New York or anywhere in between, you have a right to voice your opinion. Right. But don't act like just because I didn't play the game on your level that I don't get to say this about Kyrie.
Let's leave it there. And I just want to say one thing. We really have to get in a break. But as a woman, and obviously I'm not a part of this conversation between you and Stephon Marbury, when we talk about people being disqualified, then no women would really be in sports. Then I could have never worked at NFL Network or cover, because we're not taking hits. We're not wearing pads. So in terms of being.
All right, now. Hold on. All right, now, look, man. Now, obviously, this is a conversation between two men. I don't know who in the hell asked Molly to give her opinion. She's a moderator. She's supposed to moderate. You know what I'm saying? Nobody asked her to say a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? But here she is giving her 2 cents. Now, it's going to get deeper, further. You know what I'm saying? Just listen. Let's listen to this shit, dog.
Part of this conversation between you and Stephon Marbury, when we talk about people being disqualified, then no women would really be in sports. Then I could have never worked at NFL Network or cover, because we're not taking hits. We're not wearing pads. So in terms of being disqualified, there would be no women.
Well,
but I just want you to realize, if we're saying you haven't put on the pads, you hadn't.
He just wants to disqualify me because he doesn't agree with what I'm saying. And Kyrie Irving is trying to paint himself as a victim when this is about
part of
his
the disqualification was because you didn't play at that level. So I'm saying, so what does it mean for all females in sports then?
By the way, very bad news.
We didn't play in the NBA or the NFL. Do you get what I'm saying?
Very bad news for y'all. I got 5 years to go on my deal, and I'm going to be on NBA Countdown, and I'm going to be here. I know you might not like it, Stephon Marbury. You're going to have to deal with that.
See, this was between Stephon and Stephen A. Smith. Molly didn't have no, you know what I'm saying? She tried to bring in, you know, saying something about the women. Look, we hear y'all. We ain't talking about the women right now. We ain't talking about that. You can obviously see the title. Stephon Marbury called Stephen A. Smith for Kyrie commentary. Not Stephen A. Marbury. Stephon Marbury calls out Stephen A. and Molly Krim. Nobody asked for her opinion. That just was a little extra salt in the wound. I think she married Jalen Rose, and if she wasn't married to Jalen Rose, she wouldn't even be on this goddamn show. You know what I'm saying? Now she's she's very beautiful, but little baby, nobody asked for that. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't talking about the women. You're right now. We're talking about a conversation between men. We're talking about C19, the jab. You know what I'm saying? To be or not to be, that is the question. You know what I'm saying? At the moment, nobody asked for that. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I fucks with Stephen A. Smith, but like he would say, you know, a lot of these statements are egregious. You know what I'm saying? They're pretty egregious. I don't think this is a leadership. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you got to take a look at Kyrie's track record, man. Like he's helped. Excuse me, like Stephon Marbury said, he's helped thousands, if not millions, of people with what he does. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he took a break. So what? You know what I'm saying? If that man don't feel like playing ball, you know what I'm saying? And it's bigger things that he wants to do. That's what he has the right to do. You know what I'm saying? And I respect his decision. Now I know, you know, when it comes to contracts and all, you know, and all the things like that, you know, it gets a little bit dicey, the fine print. But at the same time, at what point do the people who are employed have a voice about, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of pushes everybody to do their own thing, because when you do your own thing, you can't be pressured to do this or to do that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kyrie for doing this thing. Shout out to Kyrie for making a stand. This is equivalent to what Colin Kaepernick did for racial injustice. This is equivalent to that. It's my body. It's my choice. And most definitely, my voice. So you guys do have a voice. Like I said before, I'm not going to tell you to or not to take whatever. You make your decisions. You do your research. You do what makes you feel comfortable. But don't feel pressured. There's so much pressure going on right now. You know what I'm saying? I thought when we was in school that they taught us not to succumb up under peer pressure. But right now, they pressuring like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, to each his own. Just be safe. Either way, be safe. Watch your health. Take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, to get, you know, if you want to vax that thing up, do it. If not, don't. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. I'm not going to tell you to or not to. But when people like Kyrie Irving, who have a platform, who have, he has a machine behind him with his own brand and with Nike, him doing what he did is honorable. Think about all the athletes who took a stand. You're talking about if you want to go back to Sharif Abdul, you know, I forgot what the what his full last name is, but you know what I'm talking about. He's played for the Nuggets. What's their brother's name? I can't leave here at their brother's name. Hold up, man. I can't do that to that brother. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that to that brother, man. what is his name? He used to be cold on the basketball game too. Sharif Abdur-Rahim. You know what I'm saying? Sharif Abdur-Rahim. You know what I'm saying? Sharif Abdur-Rahim. He took a stand. Craig Hodges. He took a stand. You know what I'm saying? Craig Hodges, he used to play with the Bulls back in the 90s. He took a stand. And then you know what I'm saying? So what Kyrie is doing, there hasn't been an athlete of his stature, even with Colin Kaepernick. You know, Colin was a big time ball player, but he wasn't quite yet superstar status. You know what I'm saying? He was star status. Kyrie Irving is a supernova. Him, what he does on the court, his talents, his philanthropy. My bad, I got a little country, you know what I'm saying? I'm from Dallas, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, with that and just what, like him, like Nike, his shoes, you know what I'm saying? He has money behind. He is a supernova. He's been in a superstar, all right? So for him to make this stand, for him to drop his nuts on the table and say, look, I understand what y'all saying, but respectively, I don't feel, comfortable. Now, just so happens that he plays for a team in New York. Places like New York and Los Angeles, places that have like heavy traffic, they have a lot, serious, they clamp down on the mandates. You know what I'm saying? They clamp down on, you know what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. But look, man, everybody deserves to have their voice heard. You know what I'm saying? If you have something to say, everybody deserves to have their voice heard. Now, sometimes when you speak, depending on what your audience is, it may or may not get heard, how big it is. But with somebody like this, like Kyrie Irving, when he said what he said about it, even back to Stephen A. Smith, even when other athletes who are advocates for racial injustice, mental health, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, when they speak out, the world hears their voice. And that's important. A lot of times as black men in general, when we speak, nobody wants to hear us. If we are not dribbling a basketball, if we are not talking about spinning the block with the chop at the op, they don't want to hear us talk about anything that has something to do with politics or this right here. So what Kyrie did, I know right now, we don't see the for some people, we see what's going on. But further on down the years, these athletes, the ones who are making the plays, captivating the audiences, it's about time that they use their voice. And in the end, it's just time, because they're at the forefront of everything. See, it's one thing to listen to a guy that sits, you know what I'm saying, sit in the spot, of people who create content and, and even to a certain extent, people who are advocates, you know what I'm saying, for a mental health or for anything, racial injustice, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever. If you are an advocate for something, and when you are creating content and you trying to push more awareness, us smaller guys don't have that, our voices don't project as louder to a, bigger audience like everybody else. But when this guy does what he does, and he did what he did, y'all don't know how that made a lot of black men feel. Because I stand behind Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men stand behind Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? Pause on that. You know what I'm talking about. I know somebody out there gonna be like, oh, whoa. Now pause on that. But you know what I'm talking about, though. People rock with him because of decisions that he made, and where he made it, and how he made it. You know what I'm saying? So God bless that black man. You know what I'm saying? And God bless everybody who's out here making a decision to or not to. You know, it's a lot of anxiety around that decisions. A lot of people like to tiptoe around, those, especially on this YouTube or social media period. But look, man, the choice is up to you. And whatever choice you make, good or bad, we don't know yet. But whatever choice you make, you gotta be willing to handle the consequences behind every choice that you make. When you make your choice, you must know that you're going against the grain. You know what I'm saying? When you go against the grain, everybody ain't gonna hang your back. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna hang your back. They're gonna call you all type of names and make you all type of accusations or whatever. But just know, as long as you deep down in your heart, in your soul, in your mind, if you know that you made the right decision, you don't have nothing. And I repeat, you don't have nothing to worry about. This is the Trill Pill. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe. That's all I have to say. Make sure Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. You know what I'm saying? And don't just hit it. When you hit it, press all so you can get all the content that I'm pushing out through here. Hey man, I love doing this. Mental health shit is my lane. I love it. And I would appreciate if you guys help me on this journey. Whether you got any suggestions or anything, hit up Trill Pill Podcast at outlook.com. Make sure you also go to Spotify and Google Podcasts and Stitcher and I think Apple. Find me on there, follow, and do the same thing over there too. Or just type me in Google, and wherever I pop up at, go there, hit that follow, hit that whatever, so you can get anything that's going on with me. You know what I'm saying? Much love to y'all. God bless. Two things I always say, man. Stay trill and heal, and most definitely mind your mental to be monumental. Much love, y'all.